Okay, cool. He turned his head. He was just breathing around in my ear. Thought about giving a little update on the whole, oh, we're going to start treating me for fibromyalgia. And so I am 4 days into the medication, and it seems to be sort of working. I'm at a very low dosage. One of my coworkers in the classroom this year, she also had fibromyalgia. And so I started talking to her. I just spit everywhere. And she is on the same medication that I am, except mine is a tenth of what hers is. And I need what she's having, okay? Um, so basically what the medication has done so far is when it comes to the pain scale and my body being in pain, it has turned the pain down from about an 8 to a 9 out of 10 down to a 6 to a 5 out of 10. And so it's nice. And then it really has taken off the edge of just constantly being in pain 24/7 out of every day since February 13th on 4 months straight now. But I gotta realize I'm very lucky because, again, most people who do have fibromyalgia, they go basically years without being diagnosed. And honestly, it proves how much I did in January, but also there you have to fight for it. Oh, it's been hair pulling out with just everyone just going, you're crazy. And then really at this point, the only people who were doing that left was the last PCP and a couple of the doctors. But as soon as I got diagnosed with the dysautonomia is a autonomic nervous system dysfunction, and it's orthostatic intolerance. So basically, autonomic is how the blood is basically your nervous system is basically what's keeping your heart rate at a certain pace, your blood pressure at a certain pumpage, and also just everything that deals with that. And so dysautonomias are the orthostatic intolerances, such as POTS or VVS, which going to the doctor, she was like, why didn't you get POTS added onto features of POTS onto your recurrent mixed VVS? And so that's currently another thing that's probably going to get added. And then also, I don't know, just wasn't really expecting to get, and it's not even a full diagnosis. The medication's working, but it's just not really to my liking. I need a little bit more of it. But to get somewhat kind of diagnosed with a chronic just disease, that's nice. And like it makes me think a little bit harder and longer about wanting the overlap connective tissue disease. That was an autoimmune, and that's the autoimmune marker that I pop for. The main autoimmune disease that for the higher tested rated people is multi-connective tissue disease. And so there's two smaller ones. It's on a spectrum. We went over this probably like 5 times on Facebook at least, and like probably like 7 or 8 on Insta. But basically it goes from multi, then it drops down to overlap, then it drops down to I don't even remember anymore. It'll come back to me later, a little bit later on. And that one actually had a lot more problems than just fibromyalgia, but fibromyalgia is still not just, it's still the same. Oh, at least with the overlap connective tissue disease, getting prescribed medication for it, that was just a little bit easier versus the fibromyalgia, because there is no actual medication for fibromyalgia. And what they do is they just give you other medications, and hopefully it calms down the pain, because fibromyalgia, apparently all it is a knob, and you cranked it past 10. Did you know it can go past 10? Basically, all the nerves in your body are going, I'm in pain, and just, oh, I'm stressing about it. And I don't even need to be stressing about it, because again, I am a child of the Lord. I am walking in his right way, and he has me, and he will always have me. And that's something I just need to keep repeating to myself, because again, lifelong chronic pain disease is just not really doing it for me right now. But again, if I had the medicine turned up, I'd be a little bit more fine. And then again, I just spent a whole year in a classroom watching kids become tolerant to the medications they were taking. They just built up such a big tolerance that it just did not affect them anymore. And it's like, ooh, if that happens with the fibromyalgia, oh, I don't want to go through any more flare-ups than what I have been for the last 8 months. But it's looking like it is fibromyalgia, so that's something, right? And again, that's all I've been asking God for, is to point me in the direction to find out what's wrong. And again, I'm very blessed and very lucky if it is fibromyalgia, because a lot of other people just spend years and years going undiagnosed. And so there's an update.